Yo, fucking Snorlax owns in this movie. Look at him.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we're here with special guest, our friend and yours, Michael Kneller. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you guys for having me. Oh, do I have to? Do you want me to? So when you do a sound effect, do you want me to like motion with it?
Yeah, if you could.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you do that one again? Can you do that? Can you hit that?
Oh, that one? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You also have to kind of anticipate
Like I just hit
what it will be. You hit
I just hit the bell in the church, and then
I feel like I'm watching Quasimodo right now, running down to get a look.
Swag Messiah.
Yeah. So you nailed
That's
that
good.
one.
That's as hard as I can hit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
pretty good.
swag messiah himself, Michael Kneller, is on the pod. He's catching a glimpse of Esmeralda after he swings that bell. Michael, how the heck are you? What's been going on in your life?
At long last, I really appreciate you guys coming down into the gutter and bringing a guest like Mikey Nell onto your podcast. Really just looking for scraps at this point.
You've been sort of the bad boy of the podcasting world. Obviously, not every show can handle your energy.
That's true.
But we thought we could try
I like
to
to think
tame
of
you.
this episode as sort of hitting bottom. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's important to hit bottom so that you can only go up if you're in a hole.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would compare this episode to the WTF one where he hashes it out with Louis C.K.
Before
Oh my lord.
Before we knew the other things that needed to be hashed out.
Yeah.
Great.
Now
Well,
I gotta give you some credit off the top, Michael. You did a something that reminds me of a scheme that Kevin Ramberran himself might have come up with, which was creating some Nintendo Switch games of our sketch group. Maybe you have one right there. Motorcycle Rocketship.
Look at that.
This
Motorcycle
was-
Rocketship for the Switch. Boom. That's what the back looks like. It's
Incredible.
perfect. And I have
It looks like a real game.
I have a whole set of them right here.
It's so fucking
amazing.
cool.
And for comparison, I've got Star Wars The Skywalker Saga right here next to it. You can see how accurate that looks.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
incredible.
It's really
pretty
perfect.
It's hard for me to tell which one is which, even, if I'm being
I know.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the good one.
I honestly, I feel like that's genuinely above and beyond the level of effort I would put into something. So I appreciate you giving me some level of credit, but that's incredible. That's it's really cool. Did you have to buy all of the cases individually, or did you empty a bunch of old Switch cases that you had?
No, yeah, I bought them. I went into for the love of God, what's the place called? It's on Belmont. It's near Reckless Records. It's not Reckless Records.
Yeah.
It's like the Emporium or something. I
Right.
gotta look this up because I want to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
It's that video game store there.
Yeah. Video
Yeah.
game store.
I think
I
it
wanted
is
it to be like
Emporium.
the
a
Exchange.
Starbucks.
Oh, Exchange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys have any Switch cases and a latte?
Yeah.
I went to the Exchange and I was like, this is a weird question, but do you guys have any empty Switch cases? And he's like, yeah, I can sell you up to 10. And I was like,
Great.
Up to 10.
I'll take 10. Yeah, I'll definitely.
Is that
take
because
10.
he had 10, or is that because you, there's like a 10 per person limit?
10 per customer
on empty-
limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
see.
probably per day too. I think if somebody else came in seconds
Right.
after, he'd be like,
If you came in with
wait,
glasses and a mustache, or I guess if you came in,
if I just shaved.
yeah, shaved
you,
and took
wait
off
a
your
second. I
glasses.
just realized you have the disguise face. Like, when people are putting on. They're
When I moved here
disguising
from
themselves
Phoenix,
as you.
I changed my identity entirely.
Yeah, when you
for
see
my-
somebody wearing Groucho Marx glasses, you think that they're just sort of being like mocking you. They're like, that. My
Yeah.
culture's not a costume, man.
Yeah.
for my birthday on the 17th, my birthday party on April 17th, which you're both invited to, by the
Thank you.
Well,
It's gonna be a
Kevin,
blast.
won't come.
Kevin lives in
I'm
Winnipeg and is
simply
too
not
scared
coming.
to come to America for my wedding,
Yeah.
but he will come for your birthday.
I'll
Maybe we
make
can
an
work something
exception.
out. We can work
Yeah,
something
it doesn't see. You know what? I've decided this is more important, Thomas. You don't have to move your wedding anymore, but I'm gonna go.
Beautiful. Yeah. For my birthday
April
party,
17th.
Emily's going to get a bowl of mustaches so that people can just as they
great.
walk in, grab a mustache.
That's
and
lovely.
be
You
Mike
got to
Nell
do
for
that.
the-
Yeah.
for the-
As a fellow mustachioed man, I'm on board. I had
You're crushing
I
it.
went into a weed store yesterday after our improv show, and there was no one in. It was dead. I walked in and I bought my pre-roll, and the guy behind the counter was like, "This is good. I like this." English was an initial language. He's telling me he likes this, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man, thanks." And he's like, "Why you do that?" And I was like, I don't know, man. I do it because it's just what
Do you like it or not, man?
and he had like a whole I guess like a stubble going around, like a beard on the wave kind of thing. And I was like, the trick for this is that you got to get the sideburns in motion for this type of mustache. It works for that, otherwise it doesn't work. And he's like, oh yeah. And then I had bought a lighter from him at the same time as I bought the joint, and so he handed me the lighter separately from the joint, and I walked away. And then I was like, oh shit, I left my fucking weed there. So I went and I picked up the weed, and he's like, I got you, huh? And I was like, you did? What do you mean you got me? And genuinely, what he thought he like flustered me by complimenting me, and that I was like that this was like a flirtation.
He's reading the game, like he's trying to seduce you.
As I say that, you just see like a bearded man come behind me and put a coffee mug down in front of me. Yeah.
Give you a back rub and
a
kiss you on the
robe.
neck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had a great time last night. Oh, sweet man.
No,
Wow.
It's interesting.
So funny.
Cool.
Getting
So he
nicked
wasn't
by
it wasn't
the
just dispensing weed, I guess. He had a couple other things up his sleeve. Little compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
Is that your check-in, Kevin?
It can be. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Great.
we had a Club Soda had a 9th birthday show
Move
last
on.
night. It was great. Yeah.
You had a
go ahead.
9th
Birthday
birthday
Club Soda.
show?
Yeah. My improv group out here, Club Soda Improv, which Thomas is a part of when he's here. Is Thomas helped me start it? Actually, he's one of the co-founders of Club Soda.
Oh, cool.
We had our 9th anniversary show yesterday.
Oh, God. I thought there was a
Not- I was-
9-year-old that you were.
You think I went to a
performing
9-year-old's
for.
birthday party and was like, I gotta hit a joint after this.
Yeah,
I need
gotta
some
hit
fucking
the
gas,
dispenser.
man.
I would be very
honestly, actually, yeah, that's a scan and
It's
track.
a little much.
Never mind.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to take the
Yeah.
edge off.
I usually do it
Yeah.
before I get to the birthday party, but
Yeah.
that's
This lighter is also for the cake. It's not just for my fatty. Yeah.
So who checks in next?
Well, it sort of
It's
felt like I was
abnormal for me to check
I
in.
actually have to address something now.
You have to-
I feel like I was an afterthought in the whole Club Soda origin story just now. You're like,
Oh,
and
oh.
also Thomas. There was a little bit of like, and then this dude, I guess he was there. He helped me put up posters when I started the fucking group. How dare you? How dare you? There would be no Club Soda without me. I'll fucking kill you. Now,
Holy shit.
certainly Kevin has carried the ball miles
Walter
further
White
than
being like,
yeah.
it was more than just the name.
Look,
My contribution set the foundation for this.
yeah. Kevin
Oh my
did
God.
95% of the work that actually created an audience and a brand for Club Soda, but I
Club
was
Soda would
there
be
in the
nothing if Thomas
basement
had
of U
never
of
decided
M
to-
teaching
never
my
moved to
friends how
Oxford.
to
Yes,
be
We never would have done a show.
offensive in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas was
so,
the one
yeah.
who demanded we call ourselves Giant Tiger Shrimprov.
That was a good name. Good idea.
That was you guys?
Yeah. The legends themselves.
Wow.
Our first show was because Thomas decided he was moving away. When it decided, he got a scholarship. He left the city. He moved away, and so we'd been practicing for like 2 years and decided to finally do a show because it was time. And then we did a show, and then he moved away and never.
was
He
like,
did a
"I'm
show
gonna
with
get the
us,
hell
but
out
like
of
for like a year, he didn't perform with us after that.
I was gone for 2 years, but then we came back and we did some more shows. And
Then
then,
we did some more stuff together.
the
Then it
fringe
became
stuff.
real.
And
Yeah.
yes.
Do you have a
Now-
logo? You guys have a logo for your...
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where's that?
There's a lot of post. Well, it's all kind of small on some of the posters. The Club Soda logo. It's
I love
It's
Club.
like a-
That's such a great name. Oh, you've got those sodas back there.
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
You
just
got the
show
club
the-
sodas.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's right.
The word logo itself looks like this.
That's sick.
And then if you can see the sort of bubbles in the background, they actually are a C and an S. Jesse, who is one of the members of Club Soda Improv, is a graphic designer. I also am a graphic designer, but Jesse's a professional, actually well-trained graphic designer. I'm like a guy who does it as a hobby. So it's lovely to have a talented guy like Jess on the team.
These are trash. These are trash compared to the club soda can.
Thank you.
Those are so
the Club
cool.
Soda cans were a really great idea because they were for the Fringe Festival, and the nutritional information is our dates for the show.
That's so great.
Wow.
Wow.
I think this was Luke's idea, I want to say.
Yeah, I think Luke
That's pretty brilliant.
did the mock-up for
Made
that,
the can.
if I recall.
And then I put them on the, I turned it into this.
Now, is there anything in the cans, or are they just empty cans?
They were actually club sodas that we, like, this is actually a sticker that we applied to a pink, like sparkling water can.
Nice.
But so there's poison inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
Because we spread poison when we're on stage. We give poison to people as advertising. Turns out to be not a very effective method of hand billing. When you get a hand bill at a Fringe festival, you kind of just want to hold it and put it in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If I give you a can of soda, it's a little bit of a.
But if you can get enough of
burden?
them, then people start being like, "Where are the pink? Where'd you get the pink cans?" And that's how you.
That is true.
And then if you start seeing them like crumpled up and put in the wrong receptacle, you're like, "Oh, now I'm pissed at these guys."
Yeah. Oh, that's a
So-
good idea. I could just take the empty cans that I have, crumple them up, leave them on around sort of the grounds. And
Litter.
sort of,
All publicity is
Yeah.
good publicity.
We can get some kind of like community service doers to clean up our cans and then come to our show.
Yeah.
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 This is good. This is really good. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun.
Disgusting!
Should we do a segment, Kevin?
Sure, let's do a fucking segment. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, we're done with check-ins? We're done with check. All right.
Did you want to check in?
No, not at all.
No, let's hear what you have to say. That seemed like a lot of fanfare, but let's interrupt it. And sorry, Michael, what's going on?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, what have I been doing? Oh shoot, no, I shouldn't have asked to check in. I've been. Yeah, no.
Woo!
That's
We
good.
are doing the segment Flamboyant Boys. This was inspired by Jesse Bergen's brainstorming. Participants must discuss the Denzel Washington hit Man on Fire. So we're going to break it down for you today.
That's the segment.
The segment title is Flamboyant Boys, and then it's just talking about Man on Fire. I
Man
guess.
on
Yeah,
Fire.
and you
that yours?
came up with it. No, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
I
you
did
came
it.
up with
Oh,
this
never
one.
mind then. I thought
Yeah.
that. Never mind. It's pretty bad.
Now,
I don't
I
even know
have
if I've
not
seen Man on Fire.
Has any of us seen it?
Of course not. Of course not. I had a VHS tape of Independence Day or something. I forget what movie it was.
Right.
But I would watch it, and they would have a trailer for Man on Fire beforehand. And,
Okay.
And it was Denzel and Dakota Fanning,
Right.
Yes.
and he has to protect her and kill the people who killed her family or something like that. It felt very like Leon the Professional in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Except less fucked up. And
So this is 2004.
Right.
It follows a despondent, alcoholic former CIA officer turned bodyguard who embarks on a violent revenge spree after a 9-year-old under his charge is kidnapped in Mexico City.
man, it's all there.
Yeah.
Got Christopher Walken.
Yeah, Christopher Walken's hanging out in here. Mickey Rourke is in the movie as well.
You know, that's the. So I was really looking for it when you mentioned it. I was like, "Ooh, this will be fun" because I can guess what the plot of Man on Fire is, and then you guys can tell me if I'm right or not, or how close I got. Instead, we can just go through the Wikipedia page if you guys want.
Well, I mean, if you want to
That
guess
does
what it
sound-
is, we can.
Okay, yeah.
try to
Well,
tell
I
you
mean,
whether or not
you
you're
said
right.
you said she got kidnapped in Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she gets kidnapped in Mexico. He's got to he comes across her as like he like okay, he finds her on a boat after her family's been killed, and he's got to drive the boat across the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
And while he's doing that, the engine catches on fire.
Whoa.
And they have to be putting out the fire, and it kind of becomes like this sort of Diner Dash kind of situation where they're like putting out fires and fighting sharks and stuff like that.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah. And then they get to Texas
Mm-hmm.
and they kill him.
They kill
and like they shoot
He's
Denzel.
dead.
Oh.
And like he has this last moment with her where he's just like, earn this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then she goes about her merry way.
So yeah, that's 100% correct.
Is that right?
According to
Good.
this, yeah, you didn't miss
Love
a
it.
single plot point.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
As I would expect.
Now, I think, Michael, let's quiz you on a couple of the details from the plot.
Please do.
The daughter has a nickname. She's actually nicknamed after a food, a bread product, if you will. Can you guess that nickname?
Sweet roll.
Correct.
Sweet Roll, the baby's
Her name is
the kid's
Sweet
name is-
Roll Ramos. No,
Yeah.
it's Lupita, short for Peta. So she goes by Peta.
This is
And-
Dakota Fanning?
This is Dakota Fanning.
Is
I
named
believe.
Lupita?
I think she is the daughter of Samuel Ramos, a wealthy automaker. It does seem like, could this be Dakota Fanning? Let's check the plot. Yes,
don't think-
she is. She does
It
go
is.
by. I think she is doing Latina
she's
face. perhaps,
yeah,
in
I think
this
that's
movie.
correct.
Guadalupe Ramos is Dakota Fanning.
That's a really good movie.
Guadalupe Ramos.
So okay,
That was my nickname in
Interesting.
middle school.
2004 was a different time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Jesus.
Guadalupe actually takes lessons in the film. She is developing a skill. What do you think that she is learning about?
Violin.
Violin? Kevin, do
She's
you have a
playing
guess?
violin. She's like, what's that? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say she is learning whittling.
Whittling?
Can I change my answer?
Yes.
Mandarin.
Okay. She's
Oh, that's
learning-
really good. Well, that's like because she's of the world, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's an important. That's
Yeah.
if you're gonna learn a language, right? They
Exactly.
say this is the one to learn,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So-
And it was prescient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the answer was piano. She is doing a piano lesson, and he notices a car that's been following them. And he has to kill people before she is kidnapped.
This is
So
before
that's
they're on the
pretty-
While
boat.
she's doing piano
Yeah.
lessons, he sees the car outside and it's like, I gotta kill some people.
Just in
I got
case.
the itch.
Okay.
You're gonna have to pause on the Bach because I gotta go.
So yeah, the boat, in many ways, the boat is a character in the film, but we haven't been introduced to it yet.
Okay.
Now, the kidnappers are led by an unseen character who also goes by a pretty sinister nickname. Now, do you
Christopher
two have a
Walken, I'm
guess?
assuming.
Let's see. I can check the actor, and then you guess what that nickname is.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I need to know the
That's a
actor in
good
order
idea.
to. It's either Christopher Walken or who else did you say was in it?
Denzel Washington.
Not-
No, Mickey Rourke is
Harvey
also
Keitel.
in the
Mickey
movie. That
Rourke,
was
yeah,
the
it's
other
either
kind of
Mickey
big
Rourke
name. Yeah.
or
So it is played by Roberto Sosa.
oh,
I don't know who that is.
the smack.
That's making me think of Will Smith right now. It's fucking Oscar season.
Uh-oh, Richard.
I think it's gonna be you said it was what type of voice was this? It's
It's just
what
the
name was it?
leader. It's the leader of the group.
Oh, the bad,
They have a mysterious nickname. The kidnappers.
the Shadow. We'll go with the Shadow.
You actually already said it, Kevin.
what?
You accidentally said what it was.
The mustache.
Just
Yeah,
now, you accidentally said what it was.
Oh,
Just now?
yeah.
the bad guy. Wait, you said the bad guy?
The bad guy is.
Is it the bad guy?
He's called the bad guy?
No,
Is
no,
it?
no.
I'm trying to think of what I said just now. Is it
I know.
the
I'm picturing like a black and white flashback. It's just like
using the monster voice translator, like, call me
I'm
the
the
bad
bad
guy.
This song also inspired Billie Eilish's hit 2 decades later.
You really said it a couple times in your previous sentence,
What?
Kevin. Yeah.
A couple
Billie
times.
Eilish.
Mm-hmm. Billie Eilish. In 2004, they predicted.
That's when she was born, I think.
Yeah.
And so
They were like, can we
They just
borrow that
Probably.
baby name?
all the nurses gathered around.
What did I say?
The nickname was Voice. You were saying he's got some
Voice?
kind of voice, and actually, yes, the kidnappers
The
are led
voice.
by the unseen voice, and the
I
whole
think.
movie. he
Let
goes
me
by
ask you. Let me
voice.
ask you
I
both.
said
Is the shadow or the smack closer to the voice?
I would
Because
say
they're
the
both-
smack.
5 letters.
Yeah, I think
But I feel
smack
like the
too
smack
because
is
it reminds me of
auditory.
a mouth sound. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. Whereas like the shadow
Smack.
doesn't have a sound quite distinctively.
but I would say like ontologically, a shadow and a voice feel more similar. You know what I mean? Like
I feel
they're of the
insane
same
right now.
group. Yeah,
That's
I
true.
still am like I don't. I said voice.
Yes.
Why would I?
You were like, it's got some kind of voice.
He's got some
What's his
kind of voice.
He's got
Sounds like
some
some sort
kind
of-
of voice. Of course,
He sounds
does.
like he's some sort of man on fire.
on. Yeah, I don't know how to say this other than
can't believe-
fire.
I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't think of the fire.
Mhm.
And
That
you
would
said
have
he was
been
played
my-
by who? I'm gonna look up this actor.
He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Roberto Sosa.
These bitches love Sosa.
Yeah.
That's a Chief Keef reference
okay.
for those of you out there.
I'm trying to see if there's one more trivia question. Okay, let's do this one. Not about the plot anymore. We know about the boat. We know about Dakota Fanning's early. You can't really blame her. The movie holds a rating of 39% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is actually way lower than I sort of thought this was a
I thought people liked this movie.
well-liked
That's
movie,
surprising.
but maybe not.
I think it's a cult classic. I think
Yeah.
it's got a bit of a cult following because I've
I
heard
feel
a
like,
lot about
I feel
it.
like, yeah, my brothers love this movie. I'm certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and you don't hear a lot about like cliffhanger or anything like that, but I hear a lot of man
No.
on fire.
Yeah.
So let's do a final trivia for the win of
Okay.
what is its total. It is total box office gross
Oh, God.
internationally and in North America. Closest
what year did it come out?
came out in 2004.
That's like prime Denzel
Yeah, it was, and it's also prime like movie theaters, right?
and
Like,
prime Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
The production
and,
budget,
and
I'll
Prime
say, the
Amazon Prime hasn't existed yet.
this will help a little. The production budget was $60 to $70 million.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. I'm gonna guess.
Say, go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
I'm gonna probably say between 180 million.
Hmm.
That's high. Between 160 and 180 million.
Mm-hmm. Great
It's
guess,
Denzel.
Kevin.
Huge draw, right? I'm gonna say $200 million.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The answer is for the gross, and this is in theaters, 130 million. However, huge home video sales, an extra 123 million in DVD and VHS.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
something.
if you
That's
add them
something.
together, that's like 250.
That's guys. So it really didn't make much of a profit in theaters because if you add
No.
on marketing costs, it's like 10. That's like a $10 million clear.
Yeah, that's not it's not doing that much. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that you would have thought it would have done better. And that's also, is that a breakout role for Dakota Fanning?
No.
She was in I Am Sam before that. She was like 2
Oh, yeah.
or something when that came out. And
Dakota Fanning as a 2-year-old.
she was
Just
insanely
getting-
Yeah,
talented.
That's her
she
bre-
was
giving somebody-
Korean.
what
She was
age do you have
Korean
to
in that
be where
movie,
it's-
right?
She was pre-verbal actually. I don't think she was
Yeah.
speaking yet. But, she
But you
did.
could
I
still,
love
they
the
still
idea-
did the makeup.
Yeah.
You're right, though, that I Am Sam was actually her third movie. So even
How
that.
old do you have to be? Like, can you be a breakout star at 2? Can you be like, this is a breakout role for a 2-year-old in a movie?
Who's
There
the
was-
youngest?
there was that- there was that one kid on Breaking Bad who cried out for Mama with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
And the entire,
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesse
and
Plemons.
then she kicked a helmet and she broke her toe. She screamed, and that was the take that they used.
That's an authentic take. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
God.
Dakota Fanning kicked the helmet of the motorcyclist in Breaking Bad and broke her toe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now,
100%.
she's been in a lot of stuff even as a kid. She was in My Neighbor Totoro the same year as Man on Fire.
I didn't know she was in
and
that.
previous
I've
to
never
that,
seen
she was in The Cat in the Hat, Uptown Girls. I mean, she's
She
done
was in the
so much stuff.
Cat in the Hat before Man on
the
Fire.
Mike Myers one?
Yep,
That's
as Sally
crazy.
Walden.
Now that's a movie I'd like to see. Denzel Washington trying to protect Dakota Fanning from the Cat in the Hat. Mike
Yeah.
Myers is
Executing
the Cat in the Hat.
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
I'll be completely honest. It's a damn shame we never got a sequel to that because that was actually a
Cat
solid
on
movie.
Fire.
I
the
will.
next
I will
one.
defend the Cat in the Hat to my dying breath. I love that.
Mike Myers needs a comeback, and it has to feature 8 hours of makeup per day for whatever he needs to do.
And some sort of like not cultural like full blown like insensitivity,
Yeah.
but like definitely playing on the 90s of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss
think
Mike
we need
Myers.
to see. I mean, did you see the Pentamerate or whatever it was
No.
called? It's bad, right?
I
It's
guess I didn't
horrible.
miss him enough to check that one
Yeah,
out.
yeah, you don't miss him. And
I
if
have-
you were to see the show, I can promise you would not miss him any further.
I
Yeah.
have heard on a number of occasions that Mike Myers is famously kind of a dick.
He's an actor.
when
Oh,
it comes
really?
when it comes to like the creative process of it all. And if you guys
That's
don't like
crazy.
gossip, you can cut all of this out.
Yeah, let's cut this. I'm
I'll
a
be
little nervous.
I'll be
I
I'll
don't
be cutting
like
this-
so far I'll be cutting about 26 minutes from this episode.
Yeah.
So
That's
Just gonna
great.
keep.
But no, I heard
told me I had
he's like
free reign to cut what I like. I'll
he's
be
he's
chopping
got
it up.
he's got a very, very strong sense of his creative process, and like he can be very overbearing. And sometimes
That's insane
his
to think about the Love Guru being made
right.
like,
He was like, "This is the
fucking
movie I wanna
Hitchcock, like when he's making the Love Guru.
he famously like added a Scottish accent to Shrek, and then they like
Right.
redid all of the VO for Shrek.
Right.
Or all the voice acting for Shrek, and then of course, like it made $1 bajillion dollars. And
The man
spawned
was a
bunch of-
genius. So he had to do it.
right?
Yeah.
So the Love Guru was
Because
like a
originally Chris
logical
Farley,
next
right?
step. Yeah,
That was
gonna
the
be, it was gonna be
that's the
Farley.
lore
and
is it was going to be Farley. Yeah.
then-
Yeah. I think it should
Now-
have been Dakota Fanning.
This has been a really good segment where three people who did not see a movie talk about it. But we
that
have
was
to take a
cool.
break so that we
Yeah,
can
we
get
should.
back with Michael's segment. So we're gonna say goodbye for now.
But hello for later.
What's up, everybody? My name is Chance Nichols, and I am the host of We Didn't Peak. It's a podcast where I interview people who don't suck. I mean, they're people who are chasing their dreams, and we talk about their lives, where they've been, where they're going. And look, you don't have to be chasing your dreams to not suck. I know plenty of cool people who hate their lives, all right? Boy, this is less an advertisement, more an insult. Okay, well, listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us on Instagram at We Didn't Peak.
Which one is your favorite, Thomas? Out of the ads that we do, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in circulation on the show. Which one's your favorite?
I do really like the music from We Didn't Peak.
That one is pretty good. I like that they're punchy. That might be the shortest one.
Yeah, that
How
one's
do you
pretty straight and to the point.
How do you find your sponsors?
Well, Michael, when we about 2 years ago or something,
Mhm.
a friend of ours,
When we started this show.
a friend of ours said, "Oh, me and some other like indie podcasters, we just like repost each other's information." And so we joined this little small group where we put them all in rotation. Now ours, which we recorded, has a loud beeping noise in this, I think still to this day. We have recorded a replacement, but we have yet to release it.
I think we've recorded 2 replacements and I've never edited them.
Yeah. Kevin's, for some reason, as productive as he is, this is a block. And I could, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you could do it, I guess.
I could do it too. But we initially created like a very shrill alarm sound that is still being played on all these podcasts. Maybe years later. I don't know if they committed to it this long. Some of these podcasts might not exist anymore. We haven't really checked in since then. Perhaps
we don't really know what's going on. Yeah.
It's hard to keep a podcast going for that long. So let's check. Let's Google Live. Is We Didn't Peak still a podcast?
You look up We Didn't Peak. I'll look up Bullshit Alert.
Okay. We Didn't Peak with Chance Nichols. So June 13th, 2024 was his final episode. That is
casting into the dark.
Fully 2 years ago.
Bullshit Alert ended in May of 2023.
Okay. So we could have not been doing these ads the whole time.
Hold on, I want to look up the rest
Certainly
of these.
we're not getting advertised.
Yeah.
And I was going to say that one was my favorite, even though it is for a show that doesn't exist.
How Star Wars is it?
Yeah, how about Roommate Lovers?
Let me look up How Star Wars is it. Sorry, this is a little inside baseball for you, Michael.
Is pretty good.
How Star Wars in it is still going. Hey, shout out to How Star Wars in it. They're still doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
They released an episode yesterday, at episode 370. So good for them.
Roommate Lovers is rarely releasing, but they did release January 5th of this year, and previous to that, July 5th. So every sort of 6 months they'll release an episode. So that's still happening. And Maggie, shout out to Maggie, got us into this whole thing. We remained the kings. We outlasted everyone, despite absolutely no incentive to do so. So congratulations to us. Let's we'll revisit our ad.
Give Me That D has been rebranded as a new show. And called Teen Movie Time Machine, and they ended last year. It looks like their last episode came out in August of 2025. So
the reboot.
We should probably redo and revisit some of this ad stuff at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael, do you have a segment for us?
I do. Okay, so I do. I want to take a few minutes. Of silent meditation
for these podcasts that are gone.
It's gonna be really good for your viewership. But during this period of silence, I want you guys to think about an idea you had. This segment's called Bad Ideas, by the way. Okay. I want you to think about an idea you had either in your childhood or in your high school years or in college or any time in the past that at the time you were super hype about it. You put a lot of thought into the details. And now when you think back on it, you're like, wow, that was a total misalignment. I was young. I wasn't thinking through this. I want you to think about something like that you might have. And it's not like, if you're a kid, you might be like, ooh, pizza vending machines, which is a great idea, actually.
Kind of awesome.
So
that's like a very small idea. I'm talking about like a big, I'm gonna create a MMORPG, or I'm going to make a Hollywood feature, and it's gonna be like this, or I'm gonna make a show. I know we've all got something like that from our past that we look back on, and we're just like, man. And then I want to dig into what caused you to be so attached to that idea, and then what you think that idea was trying to do for you at the time, and what you think maybe you could salvage out of that idea for a creative project. So,
interesting.
How much effort do we have to have put into the idea?
You don't have to have put in any. It's an idea, right?
Just an idea.
Yeah. So like if you like wrote a script or you wrote like 5 pages of a script or you just had this in your head, like, ooh,
Interesting.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I want you to think about that because so many of those things stick with us. They never leave us. And they just sit around and we don't ever show them because we find them so ugly so much of the time. So think about that. I will say from here on out, you guys have editing. You can edit stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like if you could put,
I'm bad, but yeah.
Okay, but you could put like a bird on my finger right here.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess it's coming out later now, folks.
We'll release the Megan one first.
I want to make sure that you guys censor the word cringe from here on out. I don't want to hear that word.
Oh,
if it comes up, I want it bleeped out because
I'm 35, so I feel like I don't get to use that word anyway. I feel like
perfect.
It's past. Yeah.
Love it.
Bird up.
I've got it. When I was in, I think around like 10 to maybe like 15 years old, I moved into a condo that had a pool like it was like a condo complex, and there was an outdoor pool as part of the complex. And I was kind of one of the friends who always had friends over. People came to my house a lot. People came over a lot. My friends slept over at my place a lot. And we would obviously use the pool when we were like, 10, 11 years old. And I've always been like a producer friend. I've always been the one who's like trying to get everybody to do a project or do a thing. And I was always making little videos with my friends or trying to get people to do different, like, organizing stuff.
Yeah.
And I came up with this specific type of what I at the time had decided was a sport called, well, I don't want to give the name away just yet, but essentially what it was breakdancing underwater. And so my friends, I like roped into this thing, this sport, and we would like have signature moves because I was really inspired by wrestling. I loved wrestling as a kid. Cool. So it was like kind of sports entertainment, I guess was the idea. And you'd have special moves. And I remember my special move was the underwater worm. I would do the worm along the bottom of the pool.
That's cool.
Which is so stupid.
That's
sick. And I built a GeoCities.
How did you not float up? Is my question. Like, how?
Well,
did you manage
the thing
to
is,
stay?
it's all pretty like what, like it's not.
You weren't filming this.
No,
you weren't filming this, and so you couldn't show it off. But in your head,
right?
It looked sick.
Sick. Yeah, exactly. And I built a GeoCities website that featured like who the people were and what their signature moves were, and the name of the name of the thing. And it literally, I'll just say this. So I did like a Google just now of in the dire hopes that some archive had it up there, and as I Googled it, I realized, of course, why it would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because the name that I had given this thing was the Water Breaking Federation. And as soon as I Googled it, of course, everything that came up was about pregnancy and your water breaking when you're about to go into fucking labor. I was a young boy. That was not on my radar whatsoever. I just thought it sounded cool. You take water. And I remember I had a page for the WBF and people had signature moves and stuff. So that's
so good.
This is really good.
There was like everyone had like a special move they did off the diving board, and there was also like a special move that you would do. But like, what does that mean? Like, what was the actual contest? What was the actual like event? Was it like individualized and point scoring? Was it like, I don't remember these things. I don't think it was quite. I'm sure at the time it was thought out. But yeah,
it sounds like synchronized swimming underwater.
Yeah, but there was like, but again, it was also just like a structured way to have
full
fun
contact
in the pool.
combat sport as well.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, yeah. I thought I was
Yeah.
so certain you called it water sports, and I was really excited.
No, my friend, the Water Breaking Federation.
That's really good.
Water
Which
Breaking
really sounds like a group
Federation.
of people who are going around inducing labor into women.
Which is also a great idea. That rules.
So that's the water. I think if I was
Did
going
you
to take
find-
something away from that,
Yeah.
because I am still the producer friend. I'm the one who pulls everybody in to do the stuff. It seems maybe that's your role in Motorcycle Rocketship. I'm not sure. You just made the DVD cases, or the Switch cases. So I was like, yeah. But maybe in improv we need to have signature moves. Maybe Club Soda Improv. I think everyone needs to have like a signature move or a special move. I feel like that's something we could take from wrestling that we don't currently have. Something we could take from water breaking that we don't currently have.
I
So
like
that's
the improv exercise about superpowers. I think is a fun way to think of your teammates and what they
That
can
is like
do
one of
that-
my first
yeah.
memories of Club Soda is that you initiated that exercise before our first show. Yeah.
What is the? Can you explain that, Thomas?
It's
superpower.
it's not super complicated, but essentially it's like you want to have in your mind like the scene or the situation or the context where like that person is uniquely good at this thing. So it's like, oh, we need like a disgusting, very physical role. Like that's going to be Michael's superpower. He can come in and just play the hell out of that. So I can set him up for success because I know what he's the best at.
Yeah.
And other people might have like, you're going to help weave the story together, or you're going to help whatever, like edit at the perfect time. And it's just a way of like
everyone
amplifying
identifies
what people's
collectively. Like
skills
you
are.
kind of, it's just like a group discussion thing. You're like, yeah, we kind
Yeah.
of go around and you're like, I feel like your superpower is this. I feel like your superpower is this. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Signature
Signature
moves
moves.
too. I think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I'm trying to. I feel like I must have one that I'm not fully remembering because I like you also came up with a lot of games and sports as a kid. I don't know if one ever elevated to the level of a league, but one that I do remember, which we really like built up over a year, was this epic stick fighting game that I would do in Hamburg, New York, which is where my dad grew up there, so I would spend summers there and stuff. And we would get these big sticks and create these like increasingly complex games where depending on if you got hit by a stick, you would like
Is that about like
lose-
wooden sticks just like from the ground?
like real sticks from trees,
branches.
yeah, big
Yeah.
sticks. And a lot of what we were doing was just hitting them against each other as you do with sticks. But
Yeah,
it was
of
also
course.
kind of like a fencing game where you could what is the word even? Like de-limb people. If you hit their arm, they would lose the use of
Yeah.
that arm.
Oh, yeah.
They could
Yeah,
lose
yeah.
the use of their leg.
It like
And it-
paralyzes
it
that
had,
part.
like,
yeah.
I remember it developed and it had this almost like capture the flag element. You could revive your teammates. And there were these big backyards in Hamburg, New York. It's kind of like this suburban town, essentially. A lot of room to play with. And you could set up these different like forts in the bushes. And we would use like multiple yards and create these really epic. I remember we would play, I think, the Lord of the Rings music, like while we were, of course, is the best
Yeah.
fighting music of all time.
Yeah. True.
And I think I imagined with that game and other games that we created, like there was another one that was like basketball mixed with dodgeball mixed with lacrosse, which kind of sounds like what whirly ball is. But
Yeah, that
I
does kind
remember
of sound like whirly ball.
it was actual lacrosse sticks, but people had dodgeballs, and if they hit you, you had to like give up the ball. So you were like dodging with the stick, and people
Wow.
would stand on these sidelines. And this was like my favorite thing growing up. So I'm not embarrassed. I actually think these were fun games,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I wonder if I had some like passion for game design or something that I never quite, because I also love video games and stuff. But I think that kind of creativity, I made a Happy Tree Friends themed board game that I like fully drew the whole board. I printed cards. This was an old like animated series that was ultra violent with these cute characters and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I created
remember.
special moves for all of them. So this is kind of an amalgam, but I think I had this like early belief in myself that I could create like the next most fun game.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I turned that into comedy stuff, but I wonder if that part of myself has been untapped.
Yeah, that's
Like,
interesting.
I should think
Yeah.
about our friend Luke, for example, is
I was
making
gonna say
a
we have a
card
friend that
game,
designs board games.
and it seems cool. But yeah,
Thomas, do you ever do like DMing?
I've
Anything
never
like that?
DM'd. I've played
You
D&D,
should.
but yeah.
You should. You'd be good at it.
I don't know the rules of D&D that well is part of the problem. But
I mean, neither the fuck do I, and I've been hosting a podcast DMing it for the last 6 years. Like, yeah, I mean, it's because mostly you can just look it up on the fly.
You should if you haven't played Baldur's Gate yet. Baldur's Gate is like the best way to learn D&D.
That's the next video game I'm buying, baby. It's the next one. I played it with my friend. I liked it a lot.
it looks awesome, but I know it's like 150 hours long, so I'm scared to commit to it. But
it's
pretty
so
long.
good, man.
You
It's
can
so
you
good.
can play it in such small stretches. Though.
Yeah,
like it's just like a D&D campaign, and like I realized the issue for me in playing D&D, because I hated playing D&D for the longest time, is I hate superfluous combat. So like you approach three goblins. What do you do? And I'm like, well, this is going to take 3 hours, and I know how it's going to end, and it's going to be really pointless. And then everybody's trying to like figure out how to roll and figure out how to add all their bonuses.
Yeah,
a lot of downtime. Yeah,
A lot of downtime.
fat to
Having just a
cut, yeah.
computer do all that for you is like it just snaps it into place so easy.
No,
that's
totally,
a really
totally.
good point. And I've always felt like there is this weird divide where D&D is like two games. It's like role playing and then this like very slow turn-based combat, which could be cool on its own, but together can sometimes really throw the rhythm off. So I can see the efficiency of the game helping with that.
I think in the 80s, before you had like video game RPGs like widespread, it was this really strong sense of like, oh, okay, everything's happening at the same time. And nowadays that we're used to all those calculations happening, it's just like, Jesus Christ, this again. Like I gotta wait until so calculating bonuses and whatnot. But
Michael,
cool.
what is yours? Do you have?
Do you have one?
So I'm gonna go a little bit further into my like later teen years.
Yeah.
I had a lot of ideas growing up. I was very much like, I had a lot of big ambitions. It wasn't until I was about 21 when I had the first instance of like, oh, my life could be really lame if I'm not careful. Like I was
the
truly
potential
like, for mediocrity did not strike me until I was 21 years old, and I was like, oh fuck, I better keep doing stuff. And when I was 18, which is kind of a beautiful thing, like I was always like, I'm gonna do amazing things no matter what. And then it was like,
wow, yeah,
adulthood, start drinking. I'm like, I don't.
Ooh, this is different.
But when I was a senior in high school, I really wanted to do this. We had this 7/8 show, right? Drama 7/8. So you had 1, 2, and freshman year 2, 3, 4, and sophomore year, and so on. So for our senior show, I wanted to do this play called Opus, which is about a quartet that we saw in LA, and I was like just blown away by it because I was 17, saw it first time.
Sure.
And none of my classmates wanted to. It was a small class. My year was like 5 or 6 people in this class.
Okay.
And other classes were like 15, 16.
But much better size if you want to do a good play.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get those cast numbers up to like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the play quality starts to starkly drop off, I find.
You start casting bushes and trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But we couldn't decide on a play. Nobody else wanted to do this play. And so I said, I'll write one. And they were like, okay, that's fine. And so they let me write the senior play. And the best way I could describe it is it's like Inside Out meets Columbine.
Oh
So
my
it's-
god!
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
about-
And what
it's
year was
about-
this again?
This was 2011.
Handled sensitively.
Yeah, maybe in that
Oh,
case, you should push some of that sadness outside. I don't know
Yeah.
if you need to let all of it in.
So just to be clear, you're oh wait, no, this is before you were nervous about becoming a mediocre man. I was worried that was the impetus for writing this. Which
Michael started to think,
afraid.
how can I make people remember me forever?
Well, exactly.
That's exactly it. I was like, well, and the funny thing was, I remember being like egged on to write my own play because some friends of mine at a different high school were just like, we saw this guy's John's play and it was so good. It was amazing.
Oh,
and I was like, I can.
You're like, I want that, man. I fucking want that so bad.
I want that so bad. I want that glory. I want it early. Later on, I find out it was like a sketch comedy show, and I'm like, fuck, I should have done that.
Yeah, right.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, this play, it was about a kid named Daniel Foster, and I thought Foster was cool because he's like fostering all of these like different internal, and he's having conversations with different aspects of his personality while he's in his bedroom.
Sure.
So heady, you know.
Very 6 characters in search of an author. Sort of Luigi Pirandello of yourself. Yeah.
I was really splitting my psyche in a very vulnerable way.
What was it called?
It was called Foster.
Yeah, that's good.
I thought that was so.
Does he Columbine his school at the end? What's the?
No, there's a dream sequence where he's in the middle of it.
Oh my goodness!
He never ends up doing it because he gets a letter from his dead father that basically
P.S. I love you style.
That gives him the inspiration he needs to fully become himself because his mom couldn't give that to his parents.
Right, right. Well, of course.
His foster dad, if you will.
Yes, his foster.
I didn't realize that you were a writer on Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It's really cool that we've gotten.
Yeah. And what would you keep from this, Michael, if you had to pull something from Foster?
I think I think we look back at parts of ourselves that we're very like embarrassed by as kids, with that exuberance and that like desire to be artistically fulfilling, and to show off our wunderkind genius, you know, when we're 18. I think it's so good to have those experiences and so good to like be able to look back on how important you thought you were or like the work you were doing was, and see it all as, you know, foundational experimentation. Like, I'm so glad I did that stuff and got being a tortured artist out of my system so early on so that I could just focus entirely on, you know, collaborating with people, listening to people. Like, you know, not being the center of attention.
Right.
It's really, really good to have that for a kid.
Totally.
Some people turn like 40 and they're
some
just
people are still chasing that dream. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why stand-up comedy is for losers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Speaking of
I think
Inside
we've come
Out.
to that
Bing bong.
time. Yeah, there it is. Bing bong. Yeah. I think
We
I
got to
think it's time
wrap
for
up.
plugs.
We have another guest waiting to jump in.
Oh yes, of course. Please don't let me keep you.
Michael, this has been a fabulous episode. We have gone deep on Man on Fire and also our fiery dreams from childhood and adolescence. Now, we like to end with some plugs. Michael, you can talk a little bit about Motorcycle Rocketship. We got some shows this month, but anything else that you'd like to plug?
That's the thing I want to plug right now. This is a show called Motorcycle Rocketship. We're going to be at the I.O. on April 3rd at 7:30 p.m. That's a Friday. And April 17th at 7:30 p.m. as well. That's also a Friday. It's sketch comedy. It's song and dance. Yeah, it's song and dance. It's certain death. Just such a blast, and we put so much effort into it. And please come. It's gonna be so much fun.
It is great. I've gotten to see some recordings of the show, sketches in the past and stuff like that, and I strong recommend for those in Chicago. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And if you if you get your ticket at the IO and you DM our Instagram account, you get a copy of Motorcycle Rocketship for the Switch. It's just the box, but because we don't have the game, but the box is great. So please do that.
Yeah. That's wonderful. If you're in Winnipeg, what's the next thing to keep your eyes peeled for? We're going to do the Neutrino Project, which is an insane show where we like run out into the village. Like we leave the theater and go film footage and then send it back to the theater to screen. So we're trying to make improvised movies live. It's a weird concept. I don't really understand how we're going to pull it off, but that's happening soon. Follow
Who's
Club Soda
producing
Improv.
that?
That's the Improv Festival here out in
Okay.
Winnipeg. So I guess partly me, but mostly Steve and Katie. It's and we're gonna get JD Renault to help us with it, I think.
Very cool.
But yeah, and so that'll be a weird, crazy show. Keep your eyes peeled for that. It's happening in May. I don't remember when. And then also keep your eyes peeled to Club Soda because we are now we can announce, it'll be official. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but we are officially doing the improvised. The Truth Is Out There, an improvised X-Files at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival, as well as Love Is Blank, an improvised version of Love Is Blind, the hit reality show. And both of those shows will be running at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. There'll be tons of performances to catch there. And that's going on in July. So you'll be able to see us on stage a whole bunch in a few months. So follow us at Club Soda Improv on socials for that. And then check out Thomas and I's other show. It's a Let's Play D&D podcast called What We Do in the Basement. As I referenced earlier, I've been DMing, even though I don't know how, for the last 80 plus episodes. And once my life settles in, we'll get some more canon episodes coming out, which should happen soon. So yeah, go follow that if you want to see us making up funny shit in a different way. T-Bone.
Yep, Motorcycle Rocketship, big time. And you can check out Trigger Happy every week at The Annoyance on Saturdays at 7. Very fun improv show. And most importantly, before we say goodbye, please go listen to the final episode of We Didn't Peak from 2024. We've been promoting them in error for years, and we would love for them to get a little boost from all that pointless
maybe
effort.
we can get them to come back. Yeah, because they haven't peaked yet, so hopefully they find a chance to in the recom.
Yeah,
Recom.
And as always, break that water with Kevin.
No.